Welcome to Eve Singularity. I'm Major Freak. I'm doing some Theorycrafting today. After almost a week of finding out the best ships to counter certain war targets' bag of tricks. It's very predictable. He's only got a limited bag of how many tricks he's got. They don't vary, never vary. They're always the same. It works, so he's happy about it. Doesn't look like he knows a lot about Theorycrafting because some of the fits are very sloppy and probably borrowed from somebody else. So, and that kind of person just doesn't know how to Theorycraft, and just it works. So why isn't it working? And rage quit kind of thing. So I'm dealing with allies who also have a hard time adapting to, they've got their fit, they've got their ships, they don't want to change their skill queues, I understand, and they're unwilling to adapt even for the future. They just keep throwing good money after bad and having the same problems over and over. And why isn't it working? It worked before, why isn't it working now? So dealing with two camps who have a hard time adapting. I hopefully have an audience who appreciates the intricacies of this game, and that we are noobs every bloody day in Eve, and adapt or die. That's basically it. And if somebody motivates you to adapt, that's a good thing. I wouldn't encourage too much because that's griefing, but that's some people are just griefers, and we know this person will war deck his game because now we're on his Rolodex, GF and all that BS he puts in local. It's not true. Anyways, so dealing with high-sec war deckers and the erstwhile allies you find along the way, and how to build a better, nobody's done it. I don't think it's ever been done because you don't get thanks, and B, hardly anybody bothers, and C, nobody trusts you, and D, they just want to use you and then go back to missioning. So it's a lose-lose all around. But the name of the game is EVE Online, and if we're going to play the game, why shouldn't we learn to be a little bit better at it? I mean, why not be interested in Theorycraft? So we have Punishers, and we have passive fit, active fit Punishers. We've got a Tyrannus that is, I believe, just a damage control, and that's it. All set up in Nazil. The last test I was trying in high sec with dueling, but it threw me off because of the mechanics of drones. They would just treat the enemy duelist, the Op4, as a rat and just instantly go for it automatically when you shot at it. So I'm like, well, that's disconcerting. It's welcome, but ugh, it feels like nullsec. Alright. I don't know how to exploit that yet. It seems like an interesting mechanic, but we'll leave it alone for now. Okay, so I'm happy with this. I used to try putting in a tracking module, but I realized that I can still hit the targets this is designed for, better than anything else with less tracking. So that allowed me to put in an afterburner. I could probably try to squeeze in an oversized afterburner, but the point is to align quickly after killing and get away. And if you have an oversized, I just don't like the aligning control, because this person does use double clicking to, it appears to, hopefully, I overestimate my enemy, which is a good thing. But yeah, trying to maneuver against somebody who's got a better agility than you wouldn't be the best thing, even if it give me more speed. Yeah. Alright, so the point of this exercise is to try different ammo. Now, I do know that the warriors are something that is explosive, and we want to switch out the damage. We've got explosive and kinetic, and we've got kinetic. We'd like to use thermal, but thermal is slow for drones. I like warriors, they're quick. What we'll do is switch out for acolytes. Really like the acolytes on the last test, so we're going to go with acolytes for this. And that spreads the damage because the passive version of the... sorry, I can't talk and do something at the same time. Passive version of the Punisher has a reactive, and I'd like to fake the reactive out. That would be helpful, because if I can fake it out, that means the resistances are going somewhere that they shouldn't, and if I can get it, fool it to make more EM, because I hardly do any damage compared to guns and stuff, so that's that. I was trying Augmented, but I found out how much they cost on Tranquility. It's like, gotta be kidding me. So there we go. So did that. I don't need the tracking computer. Just keeping along just for the what's it, but I don't need it. I've also got the drug I'll be using for the targeting time next. So that's good enough. We're happy there. Now, ammo. This is interesting. Just like drones, they have different qualities. And I'll actually show this because I'm not that up to speed on my ammo, honestly, to tell you the truth. So what we're going to do is, again, we're going to compare. Nope. It's not compare. Derp. Alright. So we're going to test out Quake, Tremor, and then we will get all the Republican fleet. I wonder if we can... I don't think we can do a shift, can we? No, we can't. Alright. Unfortunately, so... Depleted uranium. Now, what we want is a certain range. So what we'll do is we'll eliminate everything that does not fit within our preferred range, because we want to gank this thing and get off field, and we don't want to waste time switching ammo. Okay, so I want 46 kilometer range because that's the range I want to be at. Nice comfortable range. Get down there, not too close. I don't want to be within instant range. I want him to come towards me, which means I get more damage down on him if he says 0 transversal. Yeah, and being able to go at, I think it's about 600 meters per second backwards away if he's coming at me. And I want to be able to adjust on the fly, gank it, and then get off field. I'm fairly sure I can gank it quickly. We'll have to see if I can get off field fast enough before I get targeted by the upwell. And if I'm targeted by the upwell, as you can see, it doesn't look like I have a lot of tank here. So I could go down really rapidly if I get targeted. So there you go. Alright. That's what I'm working with. But it's the best ship so far to gank something. It's great. It's cloaky, uncloak, gank it, get away. And if you can do it before you get targeted by the upwell, all the better. So tracking speed times, okay, we'll want that. The range bonus. So I'm using Quake, which is of course the range. So, oh wait. Really? Huh. That's how I was killing things so quick. Well, there you go then. So we can deal with Quake. So we can deal with any of this. This would be great. I didn't realize the tracking speed was so good for Quake. That's hilarious. That might have been... I think I remember that a while ago. It was a min-manner thing, wasn't it? Alright. But the tracking speed multiplier for Tremor is kind of shite. Alright. So what we'll do is we'll go simulate. What's the range on that? Wow. I don't even have the targeting for that. That's kind of cool. Okay, so what's the Republic fleet range? Optimal range. So I'm getting optimal actually for this. So that's kind of cool. I went thermal and explosive. Let's check it out. Thermal. I want thermal and I want explosive because I've got kinetic. And I could switch the missile types if I wanted to. Yeah, okay. So I'd like explosive. Highest explosive till fleet fusion. And it's got the best explosive. That'd be great. Of course, you want to... Now then, if I went EM drones, kinetic for this, thermal for that, and then Republic Fleet Fusion. Does the Fusion have any other EM kinetic? It's just a little bit of kinetic. So that's our ticket, I think, right there to breaking something like this. The Fleet Fusion. What do we got for range? Yeah. Decidedly happy. Target tracking, 25% less than Quake. That might be an issue. I'd love to test it, and that's what I want to do. I definitely want to do. So we're gonna get a bunch of that. We're gonna test it. We've got about 4 frigates each. And that's what we'll do. I think that's our best bet. And this should be easy enough to look for. Let's get some. Caldari, Navy, Majolner. There we go. Get a bunch of that. There. Okay, and did I get Acolyte? Yes, I did. Good, good, good. Yeah, and that's how you figure shit out in Eve. The compare tool is awesome. And plus, knowing a hell of a lot about Eve helps too, you know, and spending a week on the test server to find which ship is actually good, and then you start narrowing it down, you know, what ammo, what drones, what are good. Quake, Republic, score, there you go, and I'll buy a bit more of that. There you go, 1400. There. Buy a bit more because I yap a lot. 50 will be good. Stock up tar station crazy. Okay, there we go, and there we go, and let's go. So I might fit it up. So this is the base, and you can see what the reactor gives when you hover over it when it's active. I'm fairly sure you can also see it here. We'll test for that too. And let's get underway. And while we're underway, we'll look at that reactive resist. See what it gives us. Load to cargo. Fusion. There we go. I'll want you here. I'll put you here. Clear group. So, wait. Wait. There's thermal missiles. And we'll orbit our target. Now then, let's see about this. All the variations of this. So, that's our base. Does it alter when we do this? Yes, it does. And as you see, it'll go 15 each. And since I'm not being damaged, it won't alter. So we'll keep that open and watch that close. As you can see, once it does that, it's got pretty... It'll even out the kinetic and explosive. Bit more thermal. A lot of EM. But if you trick it out, it'll stay this way and even maybe go a bit more other ways. So we want to go full on explosive, but at the same time we don't want all the resists into one. I know, it's a lot to take in. It's just getting the destruction time down so we're under the amount. Light missile. I don't think precision will have either the range or... I keep doing it. Inferno. Yeah, I can't talk and do something at the same time. Alright, there we go. So we've got thermal and kinetic missiles, EM drones, and explosive ammo. And hopefully we'll eat this thing for breakfast. Its thermal bloom is pretty high with the MWD on too, but hopefully somebody's scrambled it and it stops. That would be nice. With the stuff I have now, it shouldn't be a problem. A variation in damage dealing. Alright, there we go. Okay, let's go. So yeah, that's pretty much how I Theorycraft when I get down to the nitty-gritty. After you've got the right fits, the right modules, then it's down to ammo and drones. You know, what's best, because I'm going up against a certain fit which hasn't changed in years. You know, a lot of people don't change fits once they get something happy. Why would they change? They've got their skill queue going for something else, and why, you know, and especially if you've got multiple tunes, are you gonna, how many people are you gonna adapt to something new? And do you even know how to Theorycraft properly? Do you know certain things about certain modules that are the exception to the rule? There are so many exceptions to the rule in EVE. You know, when our armor coating's better than anodized membranes, sometimes you can get a dead space that is almost as good as you know, so in even some cases it's better, you know. How many armor resistance are you going to have until you realize that damage control actually gives you it has less stacking penalties, you know, stuff like that, stuff you notice when you're looking at somebody else's lost mails. You're going you know, and a lot of people have these misconceptions too. I mean, so many misconceptions about this game. There's so much popular psychology about this game. You know, that just it's just plain dead wrong, and I get fooled by it too sometimes. You just get lulled into listening to somebody, and since they're running doctrine in some group, you just believe them, and then you're like, yeah, but wait a minute, and then you can't really argue with them because, you know, some op is imminent, and you got to do the doctrine, and yada yada. So I wish there was more give and play in Eve, but it just tends not to be that way. People just tend to just, you know, drummer with their own drum, and I think that's why the griefers get away in this game. Well, mainly because CCP gives this ridiculous amount of freaking loopholes that freighter, you could fly a freighter through sideways for, that makes griefers like easy, that even the laziest monkey griefer can not even lift a finger and disrupt some poor Care Bear's life, you know? Knowing all the loopholes is just ridiculous, you know? Thank God they got rid of the Safari stuff. I'm sure it still happens, you know? Jesus. Anyways. Yeah. And you can't blame people too, because, you know, I mean, it might have been originally a troll or a misunderstanding, but it just gets a life of its own and just refuses to die. Zombie ideas. Nah. Alright, let's get into position. I've got this nice... blah, blah, blah. Alright, first victim. Step to the plate. Let's do this. Somebody nicked my Drac. I orbited. Now I'm orbiting their Velator. So going at 5 kilometers orbit with everything on, and we'll watch the resistances and see what happens. It'd be cool if it updated in real time. But yeah, this thing won't last too long versus this thing, and I'm hoping it's going to last even less time now that I've fiddled with it. So this is low sec. Not like last test where I had to do the duels. And so we'll have to actually press F on the drones to make them attack. I'll wait till I've stopped moving. It's approximately 40 clicks from my old Drekavac. Let's see if the Velator is the same range. Now it takes longer to target the Loki for the upwell, so I've got a little bit more time to kill this stuff, but not a lot. I believe if I try to go for passive Punisher, I might get target locked by the upwell and then pointed, and I don't think I'll last 30 seconds with no tank. But we shall see. Let's do this. That's good enough. 39, perfect. There we go. And you have that targeted, and you've lost tether. We're ready. Okay, cross your fingers. Let's see what this can do. Watch me miss a couple of times because now I don't have the plus 25 tracking of the of the Quake. All right, 6 seconds to target, so that's 6 seconds lost. And press F, and oh shit, let's do that all over again. All right, so retract drones, unlock. I know, right? Okay. Launch drones. Get ready to hit F hotkey because it's... There we go. Okay. So, we'll just watch the damage incoming, and watch our resistances change. So it's ignoring thermal, ignoring EM even, not even pay attention. Now it's going full kinetic, full explosive, ignoring thermal, ignoring EM. So we've tricked it, we are engaging it, and it will die very rapidly now that we don't have a damage control. Watch that. Bam, and pop. And that took half the ammo there, and the attributes for that is, so it took, all right, it took 46 seconds to destroy. Now 46 seconds to destroy is a uncomfortably long time, but it's a passive fit, and I tried my best to do this right, and I think that's a really good time to kill such a thing. Alright, so that's 46 seconds we need to target. So we'll that's pretty exciting, actually. We'll do that a couple of times, but I just want to see a reality check right now how long it takes to target. So it may vary up or down, so we'll do that a couple more times, and I'll do, yeah, all right. Hopefully I can get this done before the wife wakes up. Okay, Loki. So, time to target. I'll take the drug. I'll get my stopwatch. And see how we compare to the Cerberus. It'll take longer, I'm pretty darn sure. Okay. Alright, buddy. And you are going to be approaching there, and then we'll just, yeah, as soon as it target lock, I'll get the hell out. So I'm assuming you'll be aligned to something so you can warp away as soon as possible, because it's going to get really close to getting dead if you don't get out of there quick. So we'll just align to tow. We'll just align there and see how long it takes. Crossing my fingers here. So what we'll do is we'll put up everything, and 3, 2, 1, click. Oh, for bloody hell's sake. Stop. Reset. Try that again. 1, 2, 3, 4. 3, 2, 1. Freaking frack. Getting too excited here. Alright, 1, 2, 3, 4. Stop, reset, go.
drive active.